So Chris Murphy, the Democratic senator from Connecticut, was talking about how the shutdown was good for the Democratic Party and that they should continue to hold out because he thinks that caving in now will make them look weak and they'll lose votes. And he concluded this because the Democrats just swept the 2025 election. Even though it's a minor election, they did sweep it. They pretty much won everything that they wanted to win. And they attribute that to the shutdown, which maybe in part, but of course we all know there was a lot of fraud. A lot of foreigners were voting in this, and of course you got the indoctrinated people. I mean, these are blue areas as well: California, New York City, New Jersey, and Virginia. New Jersey, they're finding all kinds of fraud there, and of course in New York City, you have the polling stations being swatted, bomb threats and everything else. So that there's a lot of fraud associated with that. I have on X right here, which I'll post in the link in the description below, of Robert De Niro. He's been confirmed to have voted at least twice. He mailed in a ballot for the New York City mayor race, and then he was seen again casting a vote in a precinct, which is illegal, of course. These people are not stupid. It's just that they're very arrogant. They've gotten away with things for a long time, and this obviously doesn't look good. So back to Chris Murphy's analysis that they swept the elections. You got to keep in mind, and I know he knows this too, he's not stupid, that this is at least in part due to the result of fraud. If I were on the Republican side, I would advise absolutely not cave in at all, okay? Fraud is not a strength in reality. Yes, it worked, but this is the consequence of not being accountable to reason, not enforcing the law, okay? And unfortunately, our Justice Department isn't entirely cleaned up. I don't entirely trust Pam Bondi. And at this point, I don't really trust Kash Patel 100% either, even though he's done some good things. He seems to be doing some cover-ups. There are some other people involved right now in the Justice Department. One of them I know, but his name escapes me at the moment. That is a serious problem. So what's going to happen is that this is going to be revealed. It's going to be yet another example of fraud that people are going to see. Unfortunately, this election will have consequences. Mondami's application to be led in the United States, there was some dishonesty involved in that, and that might potentially get him deported. And if I were on the Republican side 100%, I would do that. 100% I'd investigate that. If it's feasible, okay? If it's feasible and warranted, I would absolutely do this. I would not allow socialism to even be remotely practiced, because it won't be that people will learn. What will happen is people will just escape, or they'll blame somebody else because it didn't work, okay? So Robert De Niro was caught voting twice for Mondami, okay? I'm not 100%, but we can guess that that's who he probably voted for. And it goes to show you that these people think that fraud is a strength, okay? In the long run, fraud never works, and it always backfires.